But I'm going to show you how this word from the Christian community has been actually distorted. And it doesn't mean what you've been taught while you were a Christian had nothing to do with what you thought it meant. You know, most time when you hear the word saint, you're thinking of someone who is holy, someone who is good, someone who's praying over people. And that's your interpretation of a saint, you know. But that's not what the word itself was talking about. This was, as Derry says, this was a paganistic Roman theological name that was replaced with the original description of the children of the Most High, because they wanted to be considered holy. All right, so I kind of set the table. I've kind of set up the lesson. So let's go. Let's get into it. Let's talk about this war that we're in. So we know that the word talks about in the book of Revelation talks about the war against the saints. Y'all remember that, correct? Everybody remember that?
Yes.
And what this thing is all about. It comes down to one word. Somebody remember the one word? What is the one word? What is this all about? One word.
Worship.
Exactly.
Worship.
It's about worship. Worship. And it's worship in the eyes of the enemy at any cost. At any cost. It's worship in the eyes of the enemy at any cost. When you Let's start here. The word siege. What does it mean? What does the word siege mean? Somebody tell me quickly. What does siege mean?
Take over.
Mm-hmm.
Take by force.
Mm-hmm. It's simple. Yeah. Siege. It's a military term to overthrow or to take over or to dominate or to lock down or to hold captive. This is what's getting ready to happen. This is what has been happening. When you get to the point, you know, siege means to also, the cutting off or to cutting off of supplies or whatever it is, the day to day things that you would normally operate into in your day to day. So, what is happening right now, the city or the country is being put under a siege. Y'all don't even see it. Somebody running wipers. You're under siege. The siege that we're under involves everybody, the whole world. Why? Let's say the pandemic that is happening right now, it is affecting the entire world. Why? Because the enemy don't care about casualties. He's only concern is to destroy you. And if that means casualties along the way, so be it. He don't care about their lives. He got their lives. He's only concerned about the children of the Most High. Y'all hear me? Y'all follow me so far? So whatever he needs to do, whatever he needs to create, whatever he needs to do to manipulate, to get you to fall into the system, he's going to do. And whatever casualties he creates behind it, so be it. If 1.5 million people have died or are infected by this coronavirus, if at least half of them are the children of the Most High, he feel like he winning. Y'all follow me so far? Y'all with me so far? Y'all see what's going on? One of the
Yes.
things, one of the things. that he was successful at was the shutting down of the edifices, shutting down of the churches. Hmm? And he didn't care how many casualties he committed or how many bodies he left along, the string of bodies he left along the way, as long as he got the churches to shut down. He didn't care. He don't care nothing about them businesses. His only concern was making sure that he got the church itself to shut down. So if that means affecting the whole world and getting the whole world to shut their businesses down so that church could be shut down, then so be it. Y'all see the game plan here? Do y'all see what's going on here? So what's happening here is that he's playing this game. How many saints can I convert? So how is he going to do it? When I talked about being under siege, that means that he's going to cut off all of the supplies that we normally use day to day for just survival, to live. And I mean under siege, like cutting off water and food and all the lively things that we do to survive, to live, and holding these things hostage. So here's the thing. He will surround the city with an army, or to surround the country with an army. That army is actually building. You heard your former president talk about building a wall. Let's build a wall. Build a wall. He was partially right. See, he gave you the illusion that they were building a wall to keep people out. But building a wall also keeps people in. Y'all not listening. Y'all not hearing me. Y'all not with me. You had to see you had to see it from a spiritual standpoint. It wasn't just an ideal of building a wall to keep undesirables, as he says, out. What you don't see is the fact that they were building a wall to keep you in. Because once they actually release their agenda for the entire nation, the children of the Most High will be the first to reject it. Come on, Zal. Come on. The children of the Most High will be the first to reject it. Excuse me. Oh, wow. I'm sorry. Cicely Tyson passed away today. All right.
Mama just said that.
Uh, once the enemy, Hashatan, Satan, Lucifer, the devil, Beelzebub, whatever name you want to give him, Morning Star, whenever he or they that are influenced by him, that are governed by him, and I'm talking about these governments, these kings and these kingdoms, huh? Come on, somebody. These people that are governed by his spirit. Release the agenda. Come on, somebody. Release the agenda that have been promoting all along. See, y'all are looking at the chaos and all the stuff that is happening around the world, and you assume this is just stuff that's breaking out. No, this is a planned, strategized, organized movement that is being done or set by the enemy himself. And it's been happening a long time, y'all. This has been happening basically day one man has existed. The moment that Rome finally took power, took control, back in the 325 era AD, huh? And they regained control again back in 1929, where they regained control again by Mussolini. Y'all know this. Come on, somebody. The agenda that they have been promoting is the agenda that has been orchestrated by the Most High. And the orchestration of the agenda that they're setting is to destroy you, children of the Most High, saints. So the first thing they did was they manipulated the word saint. If you look at it, they took that word that was supposed to have been holy. Come on. That was supposed to represent a humility, a spirit of repentance, huh? A people who operated under the authority of the Most High, people who worshiped the Most High. They manipulated and they perverted it and they took it amongst themselves. And they said, we're going to make anybody a saint. You got St. Paul, St. Mike, St. Jude, Saint this, Saint that. Everybody's a saint. Why? Saint Teresa. Saint Teresa. I didn't want to say that because I didn't want you to be offended. Like we coming out. But yeah, Saint Teresa. And these people, you got to remember, are the same people who operate under the authority of what was created way back then called Christianity. And Christianity teaches that. Christianity teaches that you can make anybody a saint. When I taught, and by the way, this is sidetrack. This is not to get off the subject. When I taught about the originality or how Christianity began, and I did this, I'm surprised that some of you don't remember. We did this over a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, about the origin of Christianity
Yeah, I remember.
and the family, literally the family that actually paid the Jewish family. Y'all not hearing me? The Jewish family that financed the start of that religion called Christianity that was later on adopted by what's his name? Come on, y'all know it. What's the emperor's name that took it over and made it big? Starts with an S.
Samar.
You're close. Who?
So with an S and some M's and some U's and some S's.
No. You got to know it. Freddie told y'all last week.
Where is Freddie? Where is Freddie?
No. Don't try to cheat. Y'all trying to Google Freddie. Hey, Freddie, what's that name?
I can't pronounce it, but I know what you're talking about. I can see the name. It's some S's in there.
But it was one, hear me, it was one family, one wealthy, rich family, one wealthy, rich family that financed this movement that that became a religion that spread across the land rapidly fast, that was endorsed by an emperor, and he set a decree that this is what they would call their religion. When you understand, and this ain't, look, this is not, let me help you all understand this. This ain't no smash against religions. This is historic. This is history fact. Let's just forget about the opinions and all of the, we can argue opinions all day, but this is historical. This is stuff you can read about. You can search. You can Google. You can Google. Say it again.
Serapis?
Oh, so you texted him and got it from him anyway, huh? Okay.
No, I did not. I did not text
But that's his
him.
name, Serapis. When he was in power, this is what he was under the influence, and this is what he taught. This is what he demanded, and for years and decades they operated under this religion. But when you understand the foundation of it, it is far. When I tell you, it is far from anything that has to do with the Most High. And this is why Christians hated the Hebrew Israelites. Now, the reason why I say the Hebrew Israelites, because remember now, all of them were Hebrew, but it was the Israelites that gave them the problem. The seed of Jacob. And this is why the enemy has been has put so much focus on trying to destroy the seed of Jacob. He's been trying to destroy the seed of Jacob because they are the ones who remain faithful to the Besoa, to the law, the Israelites. That's why they're the most hated in all the land. They're the most hated people, Period. So you're being hated is not by coincidence. You're being hated is not by chance because you're so-called black, because you're not black, you're Negro. You're Negro. Get it in your spirit. I'm Negro. I'm not black. I'm Negro. There's a difference. Just because I look dark like the other man, just because I am a Shemite. You are Shemites. You're from the tribe of Shem. You're from you're the descendants of Shem because you're the descendants of Jacob, because Jacob is the descendant of who? Abram or Abraham. You're not Hamites. That's the Africans and all them other folks that they're trying to clump us up to be. Come on, somebody. People telling you, go back to Africa. Well, then that means everybody got to go back. That means you too. Y'all need to go back. And I wish somebody would have enough. Keep it clean, bro. Keep it clean. Enough. I wish somebody would have enough gumption to say, if I got to go back to Africa, then so do you. Then we all got to go. But see, we don't study. And because we don't study, we don't know a lot of these things that we should know. You know, and it's funny because they're more from Africa than we are. Uh-oh, I said something right there. Let me light the torch. Oh, my torch is out. They're more, when you look in the history of where they originated from, and I'm talking about these colonial people. Y'all not hearing me. Y'all not hearing me. Y'all not with this one. Y'all not this one. Because this here, these Ashkenazi so-called Jews, or these what do you want to call it? Khazar Jews. I'm talking about European colonial people who have settled in Jerusalem, or settled in Jerusalem, and took over. They forcibly took it over. I told you about that in the year what was that, 70 A.D., when they chased, or they excommunicated their original people from Jerusalem, meaning us. So when people say go back to Africa, I'm like, go back where? We all over. We from everywhere, because we really don't have a land. Our land was taken from us. So they're more from, because they resided more so in the borders, or the northern borders of Africa. Look at your history. Look at your research, and you'll find out in the northern borders of Africa is where they're originally from. So when they say go back to Africa, they say, well, you got to go first. You go first. You more from there than I am. At least you got a place. That's why I get mad when people allow these types of conversations to go on, when they say, they need to go back to Africa. Really? Do your research, man. You more from there than me. They just assume because we are people of color